Teresa's not here. Whitney says, well, she's probably busy. She has a lot of lawsuits. And well, sorry, Whitney says that. Brittany says, so what? Who cares? Everything's fine. Meredith even speaks up and she's being very quiet. And then Meredith speaks up and says, uh, it's part of doing business. It's normal for like a business to have lawsuits, right? It's normal to have a bunch of lawsuits against you in a business. That's not like abnormal. So there you go. That's what I mean, I agree with Meredith to a very small extent. Bronwyn says, you all bring up my shit. Why aren't we talking about the lawsuits? So it's all about Lisa and her lawsuits, and everyone thinks she's done interviews and has addressed this. As Meredith said, Lisa said in interviews, the feds are not coming after me. The state of Utah is not coming after me. These are civil lawsuits. It's much different than Jen Shaw and Brittany compared it to Jen Shaw, and the ladies were mortified. Or did Angie? Angie, sorry. Angie said it was similar to Jen Shaw. Kind of funny, Angie. Kind of funny. I love me some Angie. The ladies were mortified. Meredith was mortified. Also, Heather and Meredith both kind of implied we're very uncomfortable talking about Lisa when she's not here. Anyway, Bronwyn said, but all this is fair game. I read it in the Salt Lake Tribune. There's a real high-end reference, and they show a picture of Barlow in the Salt Lake Tribune. I think if Bronwyn went and took a shit out back in the fucking woods during the camping trip, it would be in the Salt Lake Tribune. How much is going on in Salt Lake? I assume all of them make a fucking Tribune every day, except Meredith, because she doesn't live there, although she probably does because she's one of the housewives of Salt Lake. Anyway, where were we? So Meredith basically is not having Brittany. She says, I don't listen when you speak. Meredith has great reads. I don't listen when you speak. She says about Brittany, I don't listen when you speak. I don't find you interesting at all. I find you extremely forgettable. Oh, Meredith, you are going in. These are all good things to say to somebody if you're mad at them. But a little rude, rumors and nastiness. Meredith's going to give us some great lines to quote this season. I could feel it. Uh, Meredith and Heather and the ladies are like to Angie, why the hell are we talking about fucking Jen Shaw? I think Heather said that. She's in prison where she belongs. That's where she says it. Kind of ready for Jen Shaw to come back. I'm not ready today. It might be next season. Listen, I actually think if Jen comes back, it will save everyone's job. I think Brittany will go. Maybe they'll bring Jen back as a friend. I think that's what they'll do. I don't know what they'll do. Everyone's ganging up on Lisa. Then we have all the flashbacks of everything Barlow has done wrong throughout the season. By the way, only 67,000 people watched this live. Why are people sleeping on Salt Lake? Everybody, I don't care about the playback, and I just want to talk about live because you're comparing apples to apples. If 365 watch this, but like six something watch Beverly Hills, that's still comparing apples to apples. I don't know. I don't know why people sleep on Salt Lake because everyone that watches it loves it. Um, what else can I tell you? Now, Brittany stands up to make an announcement, which certainly isn't helping Meredith or Mary or anyone or me like her any better. She says that she's engaged to Jared Osman. And then she says, here's the ring and here's the video. And then we got unengaged. Meredith is literally disgusted when this woman speaks and things come out of her mouth. Meredith says Brittany is very performative. I actually agree. That's my problem. Whitney, dear, I find you're heading in that direction. I find Whitney is becoming a little performative. She does have real stuff going on with her business, and I love that she's opening up. So it's not so urgent for Whitney. I think she's a great housewife too. Anyway, I love that they go fishing. Oh, and by the way, I love that Heather is saying, or Whitney, I think, said it that uh, Jared Osman is always at the gym and the cafe on dates. And she says, "Don't knock the gym cafe. It's great." Then they go fishing, Meredith and Mary. Mary doesn't know if his name is Gusty or Dusty. He says Dusty 3 times. She says Gusty. It did sound like he was saying Gusty. I don't know who would be named Gusty, but stranger things have happened. Gwyneth Paltrow's daughter is named Apple. And we have a Northwest and a Saint in our lives. So Mary's talking about doing CPR on a fish and throwing it back in the lake. Heather is talking about that legend of Molly Swanson and blah blah blah. It comes back up. Oh, earlier when Brittany brought up Whitney's horrible business, and Whitney said, "How the hell do you make money? Do you suck dick for money?" Now it's coming up. Brittany's still upset about that. I do love that Whitney opens up. So she does have a story, and I love that she opens up and it's authentic for here that she lost everything and she's trying to rebuild. And her and Justin went all in and they lost it all, millions. I like this. This is reality. The business tanks. She's not trying to sugarcoat it. She says she feels bad for the people who work for her, the customers, the employees, her family. Good for her for being honest and not trying to hide it. Mm. And talking about like how rich and fabulous she is when she's actually having money problems. Meredith is sitting there like, thank God it's not me, dear. Mary is sitting there like, they donate into my church, honey. Thank God. Barlow's probably off in the corner hearing this conversation and saying like, thank God Vita Tequila is doing well. So they're all happy it's not them. Um, Apparently the TikTokers, I didn't know this, are all saying that she's in a scam of an MLM. Shame, shame, Whitney. You better keep it straight and narrow. Lisa, they're like Barlow's never honest, and she tries to say life is great. And if she were honest, we would feel for her more. Oh, I love that it ended where now they're asking Brittany, since when did you become friends with Lisa? And she's like, I talked on the phone with her, and they're like, have you ever talked on the phone with her more than once? And she's like, yes, I talked on the phone with her twice. This is funny. I'm sorry. So she talked on the phone with Lisa twice. That is funny. It's funny. You can't make this shit up. So I really find that to be very humorous. And they're like, girl, there you go. Um, it is funny. You're not best friends because you talked on the phone twice with someone, are you? But very, 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 very funny if you want my opinion. So I love it. There's that. And that's really it. Meredith has had enough. Oh, and she also said, I have zero respect for you, Brittany. Brittany, just call it. After that point, just call it. If someone says they have zero respect for you, you're uninteresting, and they want nothing to do with you, girl, it is time to fold the cards. You gave it your old college try. Good episode, very good, I guess. I liked it a lot. I am happy that the season is back. It could end up being a great season. There's a lot of hijinks we can get into. I love it, the editing. It's very lighthearted. It could be as great as last season, where I say this is great and I loved it. All I'm saying is it could be where I say, it's the same old shtick, and we've seen this before. And I don't know, like we've seen enough of it, and now we need to see something else. Like it's the edited the way it's edited, and just something else needs to change on this show. It's the same old shtick. I don't know if we're there yet, but we might be there by the end of the season, and I really don't want to be. I liked it. I want to know. Slip into the comments. I answer every comment on Patreon. Slip into the comments. I want to know what you guys think of this, as far as did you like it? Was this a home run, or was this like